Why do you stream on 3 different platforms? I stream on 4 different platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Kick. I stream on 3 because why not? Mostly, that's the biggest reason. It's one of those things where it's like, if I'm going to be spending the time sitting here in this chair, why wouldn't I want to syndicate my content and put it in as many different places as possible? Especially if I'm not bound by a contract to stay exclusive to one platform. Twitch does technically have a rule where if you're live on Twitch, you're not allowed to simultaneously stream anywhere else. But it's foolish for Twitch to have that rule because they don't have the infrastructure needed to actually enforce that rule. I pull like 2 viewers on Twitch, if that. So if anybody were to ever find my stream, what's the worst that they could do? Ban me? And then what would that do? Nothing, right? Like, it's just one of those things where it's a really dumb rule that they have. If I'm going to be putting in the effort to actually like sit here and create content and talk to people, why not put myself in as many different places as possible? To have the chance of reading as wide of an audience as possible, right? It just kind of makes sense. It's in the same way of like, if I make a short form vertical piece of content, I'm going to upload it to YouTube Shorts. I'm going to upload it to TikTok. I'm going to upload it to Instagram Reels. I'm going to upload it to Facebook Reels. I'm going to put it on Snapchat Spotlight. I'll put it everywhere. So yeah. Simulcasting, multi-streaming, restreaming, I think is the way to go for everybody. And TikTok too. I want to start live streaming on TikTok. It's annoying because TikTok, I'm pretty sure, is forcing people to use their TikTok Live Studio app, which is just like basically like a reskinned OBS, but I haven't been able to get any clear instructions from anybody on how I could actually live stream using OBS because I have OBS set up. Right now I have 1 instance of OBS open and I'm live on 4 different platforms, right? And if I could easily also live stream to TikTok in a vertical way, directly from this OBS instance as well. I don't want to have like 3 different streaming windows open, right? And I have this chat right above my face that automatically combines the chat of like all the platforms that I stream on, which is really great too. It would just be super nice to have it all in one place. It would just be super annoying to have more than 2 programs open to, have another program open just to only live stream on one platform. So I hope I'll be able to make that happen because I'd love to be able to live stream on TikTok. The opportunity to grow on TikTok, by the way, is massive. So that's why I live stream everywhere, basically, because why not? It's a giant FU to Twitch. That's why I do it. And if they ever decide to, they'd probably send me a warning. Honestly, realistically, is probably what they do. If they actually wanted to do something, they'd send me a warning. And then I would just be like, oh, so, geesh, I didn't know. And then I'd probably keep doing it. Or I don't know, maybe they would add me on the list and they'd like check. I don't know. Even if I was pulling like 1,000 viewers on every single platform, I still don't think Twitch would know. Because again, to pretend like they have the infrastructure to check every single live stream to see if they're live on any other platform. Not only is it like laughable to say that they have the infrastructure to do that, it's also laughable when you compare that no other platform demands that, right? Imagine demanding exclusivity from the users on your platform, from the creators on your platform, without giving them any monetary incentive. And on top of that, not only are they giving no monetary incentive, they're giving the worst financial splits, the worst revenue splits of every platform out there. Facebook Gaming, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they do this anymore, but they were giving 100% of revenue to creators. For like 2 years, they did that. YouTube gives a 70-30 split to creators. I don't know what TikTok splits are. TikTok, with their actually new like creative beta program, is actually giving a lot more revenue to creators who are uploading like minute-plus long TikToks. What's the other platform? Kick is getting a 95-5 split. Like Twitch it's just laughable what Twitch is doing at this point. And yet, but with all that being said, I am live on Twitch. What do you mean by having the infrastructure to see if they're live on every platform? Twitch would have to have like the amount of people that are currently live streaming on Twitch is in the tens of thousands, right? I don't know the exact numbers of how many people live stream on Twitch. How many live streams on Twitch right now? The amount of channels that are live right now are 80,000. To pretend that Twitch has the processing power or the manpower to go and check every single live stream to see if that user is also live on another platform, like the way they would ever prove that or find that out, I have no idea. So it's just a silly thing to try to demand. It'd be like if we passed a law in the United States that was like, you can't clap your hands in your own home. It's like, how would you ever enforce that rule? How would you ever make sure that all 300 million people in the US didn't do that, right? It's just, it's silly. It's laughable. They don't have any system to actually enforce that rule when there's 80,000 people live on the platform right now. Yeah. And then for all the other reasons, I said it's stupid, but it's just like, it's just kind of sad, dude. It's just kind of sad. It's kind of clear that like Amazon as a platform swung in, took the underlying technology of Twitch, right? Their CDN, which is all they really cared about. And now it just seems like they're just trying to milk Twitch for everything that they possibly can to try to get any sort of revenue off of it, because we know that Twitch has been leaking money for a really long time and hasn't been profitable. So the higher ups at Amazon, they don't actually give a fuck about Twitch as we know it, right? Like as a live streaming culture and as a live streaming platform, it's like a content creation platform. They're just trying to milk it for all the revenue they can. Yo, Uni, what's going on? Do you get paid for ads on Twitch? Yes. I get paid for the ads on Twitch, but again, if I'm pulling like 2 viewers every single stream and I live stream like every other day for 2 hours, the amount of revenue that I'm making off of live streaming on Twitch is like laughable. The amount of like ad revenue that I make a month is probably like $7, if that. What's the platform with the highest split? Kick. Kick.com split is insane. That's like part of one of their whole marketing campaigns is like, hey, live stream over here, we'll give you a 95-5 revenue split. So that means if I give you $5, right? Like if I pay $4.99 for a sub, you as a creator get to keep $4.75 of that, which is insane. And then and then Kick as a platform is only going to take 25 cents of that. And that's a really, really generous split for a platform. YouTube does 70%. So if you become a member, if you become a menace, one of the menaces of my channel, right? Like if you click the join button that's right below my YouTube channel, multiply that by 0.70, right? Like the amount of revenue I get is about $3.50. But for Twitch, it's $2.50, and then that other $2.50 just goes to Twitch. It's a crazy cut. It's a crazy cut of revenue. Yo, Green Streak, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's why live streaming on as many platforms as you can is better. It also gives you the opportunity, like, especially if you're a smaller creator, gives you the opportunity to grow on as many different platforms as you can. Right? If you're just starting out, you're definitely going to want to be live on a platform that has an algorithm. That's for sure. You don't want to only be live streaming on Twitch. If you stream Fortnite on Twitch, you are unironically never going to get discovered. That's not even just like a meme or whatever. Like if you go to the browse, right? Like YouTube at least, or Facebook or TikTok, they have like an algorithm. So if you're doing something interesting or you're actually putting out good content, there's a good chance that with how good those algorithms are, your content is actually going to get pushed to the top and you're going to get pushed to more viewers. Whereas like if you're streaming Fortnite or if you're in the just chatting category, gosh, if I ever want to find somebody to watch in Fortnite, like I can try to rely on Twitch's like recommendation for you system here, right? But it's nowhere near how good the recommendation system is on YouTube, right? Like YouTube collects so much data on all of its users because it's backed by the largest search engine in the world, Google, right? So the amount of data that they have on every single user is crazy. They can make really specific guesses on what they think you're going to want to watch before you even know you want to watch it. That's why if you use YouTube enough and you go to youtube.com, your homepage will probably be filled with content that you want to watch before you even know you want to watch it, right? It's videos that you would genuinely enjoy. And that keeps users on the platform. YouTube delivers you content that you want to watch. And so you're going to watch it. But if you're live streaming on a platform like Kick on Twitch that doesn't have an algorithm, or Kick that doesn't have an algorithm, dude, the only way you're going to get found is if someone just comes in here and scrolls all the way to the bottom, right? Twitch is a platform like what we call is like a kingmaker system. Basically, like if you grow to the level of like what XQC is at, as long as you stay consistent, I don't want to like demean the effort or like how good of a content creator XQC is, right? But to an extent, like as long as you're just live, like you're going to pull viewers. You just got to like go live and you'll be up at the top here. And you'll stay up at the top. It'll be really easy for people to find you. And the only way you're ever going to get discovered is like if a larger creator just somehow manages to raid you, or if you do the smart thing, which is like you actually grow an audience on a different platform and then bring them over to Twitch. So like if you make short form content on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, you get a lot of success over there. You bring those people over to Twitch. You end every single short form piece of content that you make with some sort of call to action that's like, hey, I live stream every single day on Twitch. Come check me out. What platform do you like the best and why? YouTube, I think, provides the best support for creators right now and historically, full stop. I don't think there's a better platform. If you want to make content and be successful as a content creator, when I say successful, not only do I mean like in the amount of views that you'll get, but also in the revenue that you'll make. There's no other platform that's paid out more to creators than YouTube. And that's partly because it's been around for so long, but partly because it also, it's the most powerful platform for content creation. I don't think there's a single content creator out there that is doing this full time and doesn't have a YouTube channel. They'd be silly if they did. TikTok is probably a close second, but the amount of revenue that you can make off of like 1 million views on TikTok is just so much less than the amount of revenue that you'd make off of like 1 million views on a piece of long form content on YouTube. YouTube recommends me videos I watch sometimes, and other times I'll keep getting recommended the video even when I tell them I'm not interested multiple times. Yeah, they're gonna miss, right? The more you use the platform, ideally, like the more it's gonna understand about you and the more it's gonna get better at actually recommending you stuff. Yeah, for sure. Cause like, I mean, I have multiple like YouTube accounts. So the one that I use the most is like my personal one, which you guys never see. That's the one I'm like logged into on my phone where I do the majority of my content watching. But like I have this Henis highlights channel, and I try to switch to this channel every single time when I watch content that I then upload on this channel, just because like I want YouTube to try to get the idea to like recommend me content that I think is good to watch on stream, right? So I try to only click on stuff that I think is good for stream content. So then YouTube will hopefully recommend me more of that stuff. Yeah. Easier to be a content creator on Twitch or YouTube? YouTube, easily. I mean, when you talk about like how easy is it, I don't know. Some people might think it's easier just to open up OBS and go live on Twitch. Whereas like on YouTube, if you want to be successful, you actually have to like sit down, think of an idea, create like a good thumbnail, think of a good title, right? Like there's more like work that goes into being a successful YouTube content creator, but there's more time that goes into being a successful, like more time sunk into doing the actual thing when it comes to live streaming. But you could also argue that like live streaming is really great when it comes to gaining an audience of people that actually like give a shit about you as a human being or like as a person, right? You feel much more attached to a creator that you watch, that you sit down that live streams, because you basically just sit and watch them be themselves uninterrupted for hours every single day. And that can really give you a good feel of like who that person is as an individual. And it kind of feels like it's the same effect of like sitting in a room with somebody, you get like getting to know them. Whereas like on YouTube, you kind of get more of like a filtered, perfected version. You only get what the content creator wants you to see. It's a lot harder to be fake as a live streamer, I think, because you're just sitting in front of a camera for hours. And Shaq, I appreciate it, man. It is what it is. We'll get back up there someday. So yeah, I love talking about this stuff. This is like all I think about, because I find this whole space, this whole industry is like so fascinating to me. And I love all the business stuff behind it. I just love thinking about it. I've been doing it for 10 years. So I think I know a decent amount. There's still a lot that I'm learning, but I love thinking about this stuff.